Pay Your People Better, June 11th, 4:40 a.m. because my sleep's been all kinds of jacked because I was sick last week. Got me some Costco chickens because I was like, every time I've tried to purchase from Costco, I've always tried to get some rotisserie chickens, at least one, and it's always been too late. So this time I was like, all right, well, my sleep schedule is fucked up enough that I can grab these. I've already eaten some of these. I need to grab a couple more just for fun. Macadamia nut clusters are awesome. I try my best to eat no more than 4 a day. Just because, like, how many calories is there per? One piece. Just one piece is 110 calories. So, you know, great way to over-consume on the calories if you don't watch them. They're great, so, like, whatever. But yeah, my sleep schedule's been all jacked up. And so I was like, all right, well, I got to go to bed at an earlier than usual time yesterday. And I want these chickens, plus I want the prunes, because I got 2 of these bags, because everybody needs more fiber in their life, myself included. I'll just put this up here, I guess. Kirkland Sunsweet dried prunes. And I like prunes. I don't have a problem against them like some people do. You know, call me an old man, but prunes be good. Keeps you regular. Probably not gonna drink prune juice, but you know, whatever. Got some cashew clusters. Because I was like, because it has almonds and pumpkin seeds in it. The first 2 ingredients are cashews and almonds. Then you have cane sugar. Then you have pumpkin seed kernels, rice syrup, sea salt, and honey. So I was like, all right, well, you know, if the first 2 ingredients are nuts, it's a little sweet, you know, that's a good alternative to just eating straight nuts. Nuts have fiber, they have fat, they have protein. They're great for you. So, just over here so I can throw it away when the time comes, when I remember to. Shit. Surprised that worked out the way that it did. And one of the cool things about eating prunes, other than knocking the beans to the floor and trying to crush my toes, which fortunately I'm wearing my Crocs. Where'd it go? Can of beans that I'm gonna now have to open up soon, I'm sure. Okay. Sauce. It doesn't look too bad. I haven't even opened these yet, but one of the hardest things about eating prunes is that they're very sticky. And you don't want to eat a lot of them too quickly. I've done that before, and it's bad. Chopsticks. Now, I don't know where my other ones that have been recently used are. Probably somewhere in my sink, because I haven't cleaned shit in like a week and a half. But chopsticks are great, even if you have terrible chopstick capabilities like me. I have no strength in my hands for chopsticks, but just grab them like that. You're good to go. Nice and sweet, but not too sweet. I'm probably gonna have to stick this in the fridge. You're not trying to dig your hand in there, rub up against the sticky inside. So, let's see. Servings per container, 40 grams. I don't know how much that is. 1 protein, 3 fiber, I'm gonna do 4. Be done with it. So now I can get kind of that sweet treat. Because I get a sweet tooth every now and then. I have a sweet tooth, which means I'm addicted to sugar. And then, instead of just suffering or whatever, I open up the fridge, grab a couple of prunes. Worst case scenario, I grab some of these, which got nuts in them, which is good, but, you know, still fatty. Still a lot of calories. But, like, you know, now that I'm living here again, I don't know what I mean by that. I guess I'm saying it again. Now that I'm living here, I need to start figuring out, like, what I can and cannot do. Like, I'm not going to do any more lentils. I'm just going to do beans. I'm going to try to get some potatoes on the regular. I got the Costco chickens just because I wanted to see if I could get some. And I'm going to use those as supplemental food, you know, protein, fats, into, like, the rice and beans. Like, I was making, basically fried potatoes. I was trying to, I mean, okay, so it's bacon potatoes. Yeah, so just make sure. Oh, it's not even, oh, it is recording, never mind. It was the square, and I was like, what the hell? So, just generally speaking, I need to have black beans and pork and beans on hand. The red kidney beans would be for, like, creating a sauce of some kind in regards to, like, the spaghetti sauce that I have. But yeah, because, like, with the last week, so one of the things that I've been trying to learn, and I've been learning it slowly because I don't have anybody to really teach me, and so I have to go back to watch the right videos and stuff about it, or try to remember them because I usually forget which video it is. But, like, How to ADHD, right? She's got a great channel, and one of the ideas was, you know, you have to prepare. You should prepare your life for your worst days. Your worst mental health days, the days that you're not going to sleep well, you're not going to eat well, you're not going to clean, you're not going to take care of yourself. The days where you are at your worst, mental health, whatever. And so I have to approach things like that. So, like, down the street, there is, like, right on the corner, there's a 24-hour shop. It's not a grocery store, really, because most of what you can buy isn't really grocery store related stuff. I mean, a lot of it is. It's kind of like a convenience store. They do have milk, for instance, but it's like $6 a gallon, which is expensive. But I did it because I was like, okay, well, I've got the money for it. I know, because I just got paid with the food stamps, so I can make it work. Let's go check. So on the worst days, if I need food, if I need milk, then I can go there for it. Last week I was sick enough to where I was like, I don't even want to really go anywhere, but I had this, like, French onion dip that I really needed to clear out. So I went to the store and I got those chips. I went to that store, got the chips, and I ate through all that shit. Because I was like, I can't really think of any other way to consume this, to finish this up. Because I still had a lot going. And so I'm like, okay. Not even going to worry about kind of making that stuff again. I might make some caramelized onions again sometime in the future. I don't know when. But some of the stuff that I've been doing is doing to test to see if A, I can do it, if B, there might be a better way to do it. Like, Instant Pot, not a great idea for making caramelized onions in the slow cooker setting. The saute, on the other hand, would be a good idea. I could do that as a possibility. I've got, I got multivitamins, so that I can maintain the general nutrition that I'm usually lacking when it comes to foodstuffs, because there's nowhere around here that's like, I can't just hop downstairs, walk to the grocery store, and get like some celery or some onions or carrots or whatever. As far as I'm aware, there's nowhere that does that. It's all like shelf stable stuff for the most part, or like a big thing of drinks, which is kind of like what's going on at the one store. So, like buying fruit, generally not very easy, so I usually have to buy it in bulk. Or frozen. Frozen. So in order to not only get like more fruit in my life, I do that, but also, akin to the prune situation, getting fruit into me when I want something sweet. So, because if I ate a banana every day, that'd be great. But it's not exactly easy to buy bananas every day. I'm mentally, it's difficult for me to get out, just to get out of my head, to get out of the place. It's one of the reasons why I haven't really been watching much movies or playing other video games that have like stories and stuff to them, because I'm wanting to play stuff that's a little bit mindless so that I can have something playing on my side. It's just where I've been at for so long. And it's difficult to break that habit, for one. But also, I was worried about so many other things, like cleaning up after myself and make sure that, my dishes are clean and all that shit. So, and so like when I go to the grocery store, I'm probably going to buy more hot dogs, because at the very least, I know that like on bad days or on days where I'm just not feeling it, or, like I don't have a whole lot of time or whatever, or I'm just not thinking about anything and I just need to eat something. Because that's also another thing too. It's like, even though I'm overweight and I overeat, part of it is because I am planning to not be able to eat. Or I'm eating the wrong things for like snacks and stuff. And, one of the things that I was able to do when I did start losing weight many, many moons ago, 10 years ago, was I had a blender. I was making smoothies on a regular basis. I was eating overnight oats on a regular basis. So I'm trying to, put that back into my life. So I've got a bag of oats. I'm going to buy some more soon enough. Like, I'm not doing it once a week, even. Really, it seems like I need to do it more than once a week, like twice a week. Part of the problem, though, is that if I do it twice a week, because overnight oats is basically a full-ass meal and then some. I put in enough to where it's like, and somebody said, well, why not just put in less? And I'm like, I feel like I'm doing the small version. The version that says, hey, you're getting enough of each of the things and you're getting a full ass meal, but because what I'm putting in there is filling, it's also going to take more time to eat it. Like I couldn't do it every day unless I was working out and, like literally lifting, hundreds of pounds a day. I can't do that really. And, you know, I'm also trying to incorporate that as well. It's just like, and then I'm also trying to sleep more. And, you know, like I'm trying to stay away from video games, but also I'm kind of using them as a distraction because, you know, I'm not really into whittling at the moment or, you know, trying to learn the Icelandic. And like also I'm trying to incorporate like potentially going to the comedy club because I was going to go last night, but then I was like, nope, this ain't happening. So I'm going to try to go next week. I'm going to see if I can like get, even if it's not a full 3 minutes, just to try to get out something about like, you know, some kind of idea. And I have an idea when it comes to like the joke and, you know, like trying to learn Icelandic and stuff. Because it's kind of weird and ridiculous that I'm trying to learn Icelandic, to be honest. But, you know, it is what it is, and I just gotta, like, see if I can get myself up there, whatever. We'll see. So, you know, I'm trying to do all of these things. And then also I want to get to the La Brea Tar Pits sometime in the next 2 weeks because that place is closing up in July, and I want to go. And, like, somebody, I don't remember who the hell I was talking to. Because the thing, I don't really talk to too many people. And so to have even a conversation with anybody is weird for me. It's weird that I was even having a convo about that with somebody. I think it was the guy I was in a car with. He was driving me back from the... Because those are the only real... It's like... Currently, the places that I have conversations with people are my therapists and doctors, and my Uber drivers or my Lyft drivers, depending on, you know, who's got the contract with Motive Care whenever I do it. And I'm just like, who would have I had time to communicate with? And then I realized, it had to be when I was coming back from my doctor on Monday about my back. She said I didn't have any like slip discs or anything, which is good. It must be a pulled muscle. Problem is it's still very annoying. And like yesterday, I was having such a hard time sleeping. Fortunately, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you because I'm not going to be embarrassed. I decided to buy me a little sex toy. Mostly so that I can nut just a little easier, but also I've realized that it has enough power in it to be a massager. Problem is, it just doesn't have the handle like a massage gun does, where like you can kind of make it to where you like turn it. And you can have better positioning with it or whatever, and so it's a little bit more difficult. But yesterday it was very useful. It was very helpful. More than it probably just got my mind off of the pain. I don't know, but yeah. So he was the driver bringing me back from the doctor's office because Monday I had like 3 different appointments. I had the appointment with my primary care physician, and then I had a Zoom call with my psychiatrist, looking at like the genetic related stuff when it comes to the metabolism of the drugs. And coincidentally, the stuff that we've tried has been more difficult in one capacity or another. And the stuff that we're currently using, interestingly enough, is on the side that's like, oh, this is probably going to be better for us. That I'm not going to metabolize too quickly, and so it'll probably work better. Which is cool. It's cool that it took that kind of time, but at the same time, it's also interesting that, like, the drugs that I've had adverse reactions to in one capacity or another, some are on the, like, sort of, like, and it's not, these aren't the right titles, but, like, no general problems, and then more issues, and then greater issues, something like that. It's a tiered list. It's essentially that. And the 2 drugs I'm taking right now, Trintellix and Mirtazapine, they're on the, like, no problem side. Although Wellbutrin was at the top, but, like, And I don't know if it's just because of the names or whatever, but for me, when I took Wellbutrin years ago, like, suicidality went through the fucking roof. And I was like, no, we're not doing that anymore. Maybe that's changed in the last 10 plus years. I don't know, but I don't want to try it. The meds we're dealing with right now are fine. I haven't done like Lexapro. There's some other drugs that I can't remember at the moment. And they even had like stimulants and stuff. And like Strattera is fine, but for me, it fucked my shit up. It fucked my junk up to the point where like I'm basically needing this stupid vibrator in order to orgasm properly. Which sucks. Let's just say it sucks. It's terrible. Like, I fucking hate it. And it's been like this ever since before I even left Texas. So I've tried that drug for 3 days. But, yeah. So, you know, the vibrating sex toy has also found its uses in massaging my ass. My lower back and my leg, because like I'm trying to find all of and so like I'll be looking up medical diagrams and stuff and like see where like tendon connections are and stuff like that. And I'm still trying to like understand what stretching truly is. Like I still have a hard time stretching. Fuck, that hurt. That's a first. I hadn't felt like that in a while. Like, stretching is elongating, obviously. Shit, it fucking takes the breath out of me, too. Ever since I was a kid, trying to stretch my hamstrings has always been a pain. Literally pain in the ass, if you will. More actually a pain in the knees. Like, I feel it more right behind my knee than anywhere else. So what I'm thinking is like, because I woke up a couple hours ago, but I also, I was having a hard time getting to sleep as it was. So, like, today I have another appointment at the physical therapist's office. I'm probably going to take another nap because, like, I got to be there at, like, 6, almost, 5:30, actually. And my ride comes and picks me up at 5 o'clock. So, definitely going to be taking a nap between now and then because I woke up at around 2-ish, close to 3. And I was talking to the doctor originally about like what to do with the back brace because she's like, I'm not really a big fan of the back brace. And so and my guess was, does it kind of create sort of like this self-perpetuating laziness? It's just like, kind of, yeah. And I was like, all right, that makes sense. And I get it, like, because you're not, it's doing the work for you, depending on how you have it set up and everything. And, I was just like, so when should I consider using the back brace? And so we start talking about it and whatnot, and it's just like, if you feel like you're going to be doing something that's going to take a while that when you normally have some kind of like back-related issue, that's when you want to do, or if you're like lifting something heavy or whatever. I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to be lifting anything heavy that I'm aware of. Which is funny because I lifted a lot of heavy stuff before I got here. When I was moving all my shit. Didn't have any problems. It wasn't until I fucking deadlift on the stupid machine that doesn't do deadlifts. So, but yeah, it's just like I'm expending so much mental energy trying to do all these things that are good for me. And I know that that's a great way to get burnout. And, like I'll watch Plant Slant, Liam, and he's like, just do one thing. And I'm like, I can't just do one thing. I don't have the money to do just one thing. I have to do a lot of things. Some of it I can do, I can incorporate a little bit of money. So I'm like, I'm going to buy a yoga mat so I could just have it in here and lay it down and do some of the stretches because I can't do it on the bed. My feet slide around and shit. It's not helpful. And so in order to do it, I got to do the floor thing. When I do the floor thing, I got to make sure that I'm doing the sweep thing and the mop thing because I've only mopped once. And so it's just like I don't even see how anybody could work. I don't get it. I don't know how anybody can work because of the amount of stuff that you need to do to take care of yourself on a regular basis to make sure that you are healthy. Like, I'm not even happy. I'm just trying to mitigate the shit in my life. I'm just trying to make my less happy, my sad, or I feel like shits. I'm trying to make those less bad. I can't even improve happiness. You know, there's moments where I feel okay, and sometimes I'll write them down if I remember to. Or, you know, less than okay, more than okay, I guess. I feel better, good, happy even. You know, it was really nice to be able to see the Tonberry finally coming into shape. So it's just like, I'm trying to do all these things to empower my day-to-day. And then, you know, and the reason, and this is the thing that sucks the most about this fucking back injury is I was trying to do something good for myself. I was trying to better my health. It would be like, okay, it would be like me trying to eat those prunes every day. You know, just a couple, like 4. You don't have to go crazy with them. That's the great thing about prunes is that, like, they can last a while. You don't have to eat a shit ton of them. When does this bag say the expiration date is, right? And this is just if it sits on the shelf. Let me see. September 27, so next year. All right. So between now and next year, I'll just keep those until it's time to open them up and put them in the fridge too. And I'll keep the other ones in the fridge so that, you know, they don't go bad or anything. Because I don't know what kind of preservatives there are. Let's see. Potassium sorbate. Pitted California dried plums prunes. Potassium sorbate. That's it. That's all there is. 100 calories for 40 grams, which is, I want to say about 4 to 6, I think. I can't remember exactly what it was. I'm just going to eat 4 at a time. But, like, it would be like eating those prunes and becoming, and then somehow, like, the prunes have some sort of, like, bacteria that cause massive health complication, constipation. I'm going the opposite direction from where I was going because fiber helps keep you regular, you know, it cleans you out and all that kind of stuff. That's great. Constipation is bad because you need your shit to move out of your body, which also incorporates removing things that can cause problems for your body and, you know, overabsorption of certain things. Or eating prunes and getting diarrhea. But, like, now causing yourself to have a form of diarrhea that lasts months. From one instance, you've been eating prunes, and this was another thing too, to sort of stretch the analogy a bit. I had been doing the deadlifts for a while, for about 3 weeks. So assume, let's go back to the prunes. It's as if I'd been eating the prunes out of the same bag for 3 weeks. Now, admittedly, this bag, unbeknownst to me, was unrefrigerated. It was not a good machine to be doing deadlifts on. But I felt like I was, like, at least adapting to the machinery to make it seem like, okay, let's try to emulate getting a deadlift in as best as possible. Now, the thing that I didn't do, and I'm more than willing to take the blame in this regard, because I'm the one that chose to do the thing, and I'm the one that neglected myself in this matter. I wasn't activating my core the way you're supposed to when you do a deadlift. And it's probably because it's not a machine you should be doing deadlifts on. Because usually by the time it gets up to where, so like at the lowest possible setting with the bar attached and everything, it's probably up about 6 inches higher than where a deadlift, to start, than where a normal deadlift bar would be. It's going to be lower on the ground. And so that 6 inches is 6 inches of hinge that you would have otherwise already been activating yourself in. And so I'm activating too late, essentially. or at not the right time or what have you. And so, yes, I was trying to do something good for myself, and I was doing it poorly. And that's why it happened. And that's what sucks about it, though, is that I was trying to do something good for myself, and I still fucked it up to the point where now it's 3 months later, and I still have a bad back. To the point where it causes me to have difficult time sleeping. And it's just, it sucks. And I'm exhausted all the fucking time, so I just want to sleep all the time. And I'm like, why would I ever want to work right now? Like, who in their fucking right mind would ever try to work when they're just trying to take care of their mental health? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I have coffee, and one might say, well, why do you have coffee in your life? Because I'm like, I don't mind having coffee. It gives me a reason to drink milk in a different kind of way. Sometimes it helps me get more alert, and sometimes it knocks my ass out. Whatever. It's just like, also, you know, having a little bit of ritual can be good. It can be a good thing for you. Because, like, when my sleep was really jacked up, I didn't take any of my meds. Because I'm like, I don't know how long I'm going to be sleeping for. And so, like, to kind of go back to the sort of beginning first point, you know, as I'm looking at these things and looking at the foods and stuff, it's like I have to look at what I'm able to do and what I'm not able to do. And so, like, I've got the nuts, I got the beans. Nuts and beans are a great way to get great macros and great micros to get your nutrition in you, get fats and proteins and fiber. Potatoes, same kind of thing. The lentils, I'm just not going to worry about. You know, I tried them out. Don't really like them. Don't like the texture or the flavor of them. Sure, there's other ways I could deal with it, but I'm just not gonna. I've already got too much on my plate, so to speak. And I just want to at least somewhat normalize myself. Like, normal is what got us here. This is a thing that I've been trying my best to remember about so many bad things in life. COVID happened. I'm pretty sure I stole that from somewhere else during someone else online, and it was about COVID, and it was like, normal is what got us here. Normal is what got me here. And so I have to be slightly out of the norm. But first, having been outside of the norm to the point of detriment because I was homeless, I've got to at least get back to normal so that I can then take the necessary steps to deviate from normal. And if you want to go into politics, it's the same fucking thing. People are saying, we need to tear it all down. No, we fucking don't. We cannot tear down this country to find something better, because that's exactly what these motherfuckers are doing right now. That's precisely what they're trying to accomplish. What we need to do is get back to normal for a period of time so that then we can start to improve and not be normal enough to where we're back to where we are. Because right now the country is homeless. Right now we need to get the country rehoused. We need to get the country to have regular income, even if it's not the most income. The housing crisis that the country happens to be in needs to be, we need to get rid of the people who are causing that problem, who used normal to get there. And then once we're there, once we have a semblance of normalcy, we need to take all the goddamn steps possible, because it's not just one person trying to turn their life around. It is now an entire country trying to turn itself around. Then we can work forward to a more progressive country. Because, like, if we don't do something about the coup and the insurrection attempts, then it's just going to happen again. If we do not have literal fucking, like, Nuremberg-esque trials against these motherfuckers, we're going to do it again, and and it's going to happen in 32 instead of in 28, so to speak, you know. And so The same thing goes with me. I need to get back to a sense of normal before I can do other things. And so part of that is after I come back from Iceland. Part of it is like I'm trying to get on the treadmill when I can, or on the elliptical, doing some of the weightlifting and stuff when I get down there. Because like I don't do it every day, so I don't have to do like arms one day, legs one day. There's no squat machine. Like there's a machine in which you can do squats, but there's no squat machine, which is easier to do. So I can't like, push 200 pounds or whatever if I felt like it. So I do the leg raise. I'll get on the elliptical for 10 minutes. Then I'll do the leg raises. And then I'll do the lat pulls because that machine has been fixed. I don't know how long it's going to last. And then I do some chest press. And then I just do those like 3 times and then I'm done. And so I'm down there for like 20 minutes. But then once I get a yoga mat, I can start doing more of the stuff that the physical therapist needs me to do. Like rocking your knees back and forth and then pulling the knee to the chest, doing a little, the piriformis stretch, bridges and pelvic tilts. I can definitely see the value in those. And potentially incorporating other things, but because like doing them down there, it feels like it's not. I know it's a neurosis of mine, but it doesn't feel like it's the right place to do it. So I'm trying to be better. I'm trying. It's hard. It's hard to force myself to do all these fucking things. Occasionally, like right now, I'll do it right now if I can. If I don't feel that twinge of pain again, but I'll get my hula hoop. I gotta do it off camera. There's only so much space. Yeah. Yeah. And out. Alright, I'm gonna stop now. So, did that. Is it helpful? I don't fucking know. It's better than nothing. And now I feel like I need a fucking nap again. So I think I'm gonna call it for now. Have fun.